I remember a long time ago, I got in this fucking hilarious talk with Patrice. Can you push that thing so it's not rattling over there?
Oh my God, this whole AC situation is
what? We live in an old house, okay? The fucking heaters rattle a little bit. That we run the AC through. Hey,
freezing in here.
Oh goodness, you got a fucking Afghan on.
I know, and I'm still cold.
All right, so I got into this hilarious argument one day. Like, Patrice, when he used to just get sick of white people, he just would stop coming down to the club for a little bit. And then sometimes he would call me up and vent.
About white people?
No, he would vent at me representing white people. So one time, I'm sitting at home, just being white, hanging out. Having a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich. The phone fucking rings. I pick it up. I'm like, hello. And he just goes, Bill. He goes, what do white people do? He didn't even say hello. I go, what do you mean? He goes, what do you do? And I'm like, I was like, did you just get pulled over by a cop? Like, where's this coming from? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do we do? Like, what? He's like, what do you do?
Like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah, he's like, black people, we do this, we do that. What do you guys do? You're going.
That's hilarious.
Like you say, yeah, but the thing about it is...
How did you answer him?
I fucking answered him like, I go, what do you mean, what do we do? You just don't recognize... Our shit is mainstream. It's like hiding in plain sight, so you don't see it. So you don't think that there's any sort of culture or anything like, what do we do?
Oh.
You look at skateboarding, okay? That came from surfing, when the fucking waves weren't there. Next thing you know, skateboarding and totally evolved into what that is.
Wasn't that something that like Polynesian people were doing?
Stock car racing.
Wait.
I'm not going to sit here and have you try to tell me that white people didn't come up with anything.
I'm just
fucking
asking.
do that all the fucking time.
No,
Didn't the fucking Eskimos invent ketchup? Shut up.
But I don't know.
Skateboarding? Polynesians came up with skateboarding?
No, but skateboarding...
I saw the documentary. It was Dogtown and Z-Boys in a fucking empty swimming pool in Santa Monica.
But I thought skateboarding came from surfing, and then
this is
surfing come from Polynesian people? I don't know. I could be wrong.
You thought what?
Didn't surfing come from, like, indigenous people?
No,
like
I'm talking about skateboarding.
I know, but that skateboarding came from surfing. It was sort of derived of that culture. Right. So I'm saying, but didn't surfing come from...
So you're saying white people don't get credit for skateboard?
I didn't say that. I was just asking who came up with a thing that inspired skateboarding. I'm just wondering. I'm not... What?
I thought this is like literally... Then this becomes the argument I end up having with Patrice. All right, stock car racing. Stock car racing.
Okay.
That came out of moonshining.
What is that? Stock car racing.
Basically, back during Prohibition, when alcohol was fucking illegal.
Right.
What you would do is if you were fucking bringing illegal booze, moonshine,
right?
Across state lines and all that type of shit, you wanted a fast car, but you didn't want it to look fast. So what you did was it looked like a stock car you got from Detroit. That just looks like a Chevy. That looks like a Ford. But underneath the fucking hood, you souped the fucking thing up, and you were able to outrun the cops. And the cops didn't have fucking radios back then.
Gotcha.
So these guys that did this shit, all right, would talk shit about how my car's faster than your car. No, it isn't, blah, 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 blah. So they started racing, and that started stock car racing. That's a cultural fucking thing.
Okay.
So then it's on fucking TV. I started listing all of that shit. And he was actually going, he said, I think at one point he said, good answer, is what he said. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not asking for your approval. This whole fucking conversation is annoying.
Is stock car racing like something that's very important to people? Like, is it like a big deal? I don't know.
No,
you're already looking at me.
Because I know what you're going to do.
I came out wrong. Right. I think I came out wrong.
No, I'm not even going to get into this conversation.
And
then we're going to go to music, and then everything in music is somehow going to go back to the fucking blues. Like Beethoven heard the fucking blues and the fucking Irish music and all that. Like, well, if you actually, then Nas will be like, well, it all came from the pyramids, and black people built those. How would you know that? How would you know that? Because you went to I'mRight.com and you fucking read shit that said you guys did it. Like, that is the dumbest shit. Like, that whole fucking credit thing is so fucking stupid.
But Egyptians are in Africa, so that's African, so that's black people.
I know. It isn't. No, they're not.
Aren't they?
They're African.
Yeah, so that's my point.
Yeah.
So
So like when you see an Egyptian guy,
right,
you think that guy looks like you.
I don't know. I feel like some of them are really dark skinned.
So I'm French, German, and Irish.
You're French?
So, yeah, I have a little bit of French, but I'm mostly German, Irish. Let me finish.
Oh.
So I'm European.
Uh-huh.
So me and Italians, yeah, we're on the same fucking page. So Ferrari, yeah, that was us. That was us. Those pasty freckle guys, we did that shit. Give me a fucking break.
No, you guys invented like vodka and stuff like that. Right?
No.
No? Irish? Russians, sorry.
I don't know the history of any of that
Whiskey?
shit. I didn't want to get into this fucking debate.
It's more of a
yeah,
German Irish whiskey. What's the other ones? Bourbon? No, is that
Scotch,
an American thing?
Bourbon. Well, Scotch.
Yeah, there
Scotch
you go.
is from Scotland. Bourbon's from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Whiskey was.
But Egypt is in Africa.
But now it's from
I
everywhere.
think was Naz's point. Was that a true thing that he
Yeah,
said?
but Africa is a fucking continent.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a race.
True. It's a continent.
There you go. So, like, can Irish people take credit for shit that happens in Romania? Because they're all European?
I feel like there's a reason why this is different, but I don't know why. So I'm not going to answer that question. But I feel like...
Can I fucking have that written on a T-shirt, please?
Like, I feel like an Egyptian person...
What the fuck
would
kind
they
of answer was
necessarily
that?
say, I'm African, or would they say, I'm Egyptian? They would probably say, I'm Egyptian.
Yeah, Egyptian.
But I don't know enough about... All I know is that all the shit is in Africa. So
Have you met anybody over in Europe saying I'm European?
No.
They go, I'm French.
That's true.
I'm Swiss.
Yeah.
Swish? I'm Swiss. This is like a toxic. This always becomes a toxic conversation when
we'll stop then.
No, I'm not talking about you and me. I'm just saying it because I don't want to stir up everybody because it's very easily.
Too late. Yeah.
It can go off the rails and it becomes
Yeah.
this big fucking race. You're a fucking racist and all this type of shit.
Resist the urge to read too much into this, people.
Anyways. I'm just
So stock cars is a big accomplishment for white people, is what you were saying.
No. I'm not saying it's a big Wow. You know what I hate about this conversation? What I hate about this conversation.
Sorry. I know. You feel like you can't come back.
I can't say anything. I can't fucking say anything. If I say anything.
Like you can't come back and say anything.
That's true, though. If I say anything, then all of a sudden it's this, and this. There's a whole bunch of shit that I'm leaving off. Because I'll be called a fucking elitist. Okay? What do? We fucking pretend to go to the moon. That's what we do. The space shuttle. That's the shit. You just see it on TV. That's some shit that we did. I mean, that's kind of a cool.
No, it's amazing.
I know the astronauts weren't rapping. They didn't have their spacesuits hanging off their asses. I know that. The kids didn't want, but the kids still wanted to do it. Get the fuck out of here! They want Chuck Yeager is cooler than any motherfucker out there. Give me a break.
Around with you. I'm just getting your goat because I see you wanting to leap out of your skin right now.
Can I say something right now?
But like,
I fucking hate when you do that.
What?
My brother used to do that.
Do what?
You just say shit to get me going. I'm being honest with you, and I'm saying what I'm feeling. Don't just be sitting. You think I can't say some shit to get you going?
I know you can. You do all the time. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have mocked stock car racing or any of that stuff. That wasn't nice.
Yeah, the thing, you know what the fucking, one of the greatest things about stock car racing?
Okay.
Is what's going, the level of intellect in the pit versus across the racetrack sitting in the stands. That's why I love going to car races.
And is that why people think that you're elitist or something?
No, because you got these guys, like, what the fuck they have to do? Mm-hmm. Because it's so regulated now, just to try to squeeze it in a fucking hundredth of a second to try and win this fucking race. The level of science, physics, and all that shit that's involved. Mm-hmm. That these guys, the fucking egghead shit that's going on in there, and then right across the track is just fucking. I don't know. I went to the Indianapolis 500 2 years in a row. I went to drag racing. Do you know in between races they pull the whole fucking engine out and rebuild the whole goddamn thing in between races? There's a whole team of guys.
Why?
I don't know why, because it matters that much. Everything has to be brand new.
Okay.
Like that cool song you guys made up, right? Brand new. Everything, sorry. Everything has to be fucking brand, because if it isn't a brand new fucking engine, The amount of money they could cost you, that split second it cost you was a different, like 6 figures amount of money.
Wait a minute. That's what they're doing when they stop and all the guys run over and they're
no. In drag racing.
They're changing the engine. I thought they were just like putting a little more air in the tires and like wiping off the windshield.
No. I'm not talking. I'm sorry.
Put some oil in something, maybe.
No. In that type of racing.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
That's right. And they hang one of those little air fresheners from the rearview mirror.
Right.
No, I'm talking about in drag racing. Okay. You know those long, skinny cars with the big fucking tires, then they got the parachute comes out in the back? The engine sits behind the driver.
I've seen that,
They finally figured out to do that after years of them trying to see around it.
Why do they have a parachute, though? Don't they have brakes?
They do, but it's going 300 miles an hour.
Oh, so you need all the help you can get.
And they don't have flaps to put it down, and you can't reverse the engine like a plane.
I see.
And they're landing faster than a fucking 747. But it doesn't weigh as much, but that's all the fucking physics.
Okay.
And it's also probably, if they stop quicker, they don't have to fucking make as big of a track, and that saves the guy who owns the track money. All of this shit. All of this fucking nerdy egghead shit. All right?
Okay. So
this is what white people do. They get on a fucking they get on a dirt bike and they figure out how to go off a ramp and flip in the air 2 times over and they land into foam and they figure out how to do that and then they try to land. Yeah, we're bored. Mm-hmm. We're fucking bored. White people need gangs again. Like if you notice like white people
I thought we weren't going to get into all this.
In the 20s.